What is going on, guys? I am Michael and I run Riding for Earth, and this is basically a channel based around my travels boondocking around America for the next year and a half. So if you came here because you wanted to know what boondocking was, well, I am the guy for you because I have been boondocking for the past 6 months and I plan on doing it for the next year and a half. And so I wanted to share a little bit of my knowledge boondocking as, you know, a 22-year-old in a smaller RV, share some of that knowledge with you. So I'm gonna be making a small series about what is boondocking, how you can do it, how you can do it out of your van, how you can do it out of your Subaru, how you can do it out of your RV or backpack. All kinds of boondocking options, and I want to show it to you so you can live more comfortably and safer on the road or out in the middle of nowhere. So if you are new here, consider subscribing because there is going to be a ton of information coming at you that will hopefully help you guys out in the long run. Or if you're trying to boondock tomorrow, then this is the video for you. So what is boondocking? Well, I did some research on Google, just typed in what is boondocking, and I don't really like their term too much. So it says boondocking is not really a good term, but somehow has come into common use. So they call it dry camping or independent parking. And yeah, that's basically what it is, but I like this other person's term a lot better. So boondocking is off the grid, off the cord. Dispersed camping, dry camping, or wild camping are all names for camping or RVing without any hookups. Now that's the key there, without any hookups. Boondocking is basically you are living self-sufficient in your vehicle, out of your backpack, in your RV or your van. And I think the reason that Google has deemed it, you know, a term that is coming more into fruition nowadays is because it's becoming more popular. More people are wanting to get away from the hustle and the quickness and the technology of the world that it is now and go live a simpler life, self-sufficient, with all the amenities of home right there with them, you know, out in the middle of the mountains or the forest or the desert or by the ocean. So that is why it's becoming more of a, you know, key term in our lives today. But that's basically what it is. You have no hookups, you have no water, you know, hooked up straight to you. You are off grid, so you have no electricity from power lines, from, you know, underground power lines. You are all self-sufficient on your, you know, rig, and you also have no sewage. When you go to the bathroom, when you take a shower, it is not just pushed off somewhere else in the world and you don't have to worry about it. Everything that you do, you worry about. So it is a little more difficult, but to have an office or to have your home in the middle of the forest where it is completely quiet, completely dark, completely away from, you know, the struggles of daily living, well, I think it's completely worth it. And so they also say, for us, wild camping is our hands down favorite way to live and the ultimate reason to own an RV. So second question is, where can I boondock? Well, there's tons of places you can boondock. I, for one, go to BLM lands, national forest, anywhere that claims there is dispersed camping, free camping, and you can find this all online. So places like Campendium, freecamping.com, there's tons of apps that go along with it. So yeah, pretty much these places you can camp for 14 days, so 2 weeks. You could probably get away with longer, 3 weeks. You know, a lot of these places are really far out there, so no one's coming and looking for you because you camp there an extra few nights. But 14 days is the law, so we're gonna stick with that. After you found your camping, it's free. You come out here, you camp wherever you like. Some people have already made campgrounds, just like this place right here. It's kind of a little parking spot. I actually made this fire pit, but it's dispersed camping, so you could go camp over in the sticks over there if you wanted to. It's not as easy, but you can do it. You can make your fires. They just ask you, please, and I ask you, please clean up after yourself. Please put your fires out completely, smother them, cover them with water, whatever it may be. Make it look like no one has been there besides the tracks on the ground and your footprints. So yeah, that's basically where you can boondock. So next, why would anyone want to boondock? Well, there's many reasons. There's also many reasons why people would never want to boondock or never could boondock. If you really like the fast paced of a city, if you like being around lots of people, if you really like technological advances, if you like those kinds of things, boondocking might not be the thing for you. But if you want to get away from that stuff, if you want the simple life of just living, literally I wake up and make food, make my bed, the simple things, go on a hike, explore, do some yoga, have some tea, just simple living. And it gives you an awesome opportunity to take a step back from life, really find your strengths, find yourself, live comfortably like you would at home. You know, it's like I've never left home, but I can park and drive wherever I want to. Well, that is basically why people boondock. It is becoming a growing demand or a growing term because more and more people are wanting to boondock. More and more people are buying vans or RVs or camper shells or trailers and going and just living in the forest for a little bit and seeing what happens. You know, seeing what it's like living, you know, with the trees and with the animals and living that simple life so that they may, you know, one, find out more themselves, two, work on something that they really wanted to, say books, say writing, say reading, art, music, whatever it may be, and three, they just want to get away from, you know, the struggle that life is, the quickness that people are moving at, the advancements of technology that can really get, you know, it's tough. It can really add a lot of pressure to your life. So take all of that away, and boondocking is just perfect. It's perfect for you. If you are in a very pressured situation, if life is moving way too fast for you, if you just want to take a step back for a second, I would suggest boondocking for you any day. So who created boondocking? Where did it come from? Who made it? You know, who's the OG boondocker? Well, if you really think about it, boondocking is a new term. It's not something that has been around forever, but when you kind of think about it, it kind of has been around forever. I mean, before electricity, people were, you know, living out of their homes off grid, no hookups, no water. They had to go fetch their own water. They had no sewage that just carried it away everywhere. So boondocking, I think, is more of a modern term because it implies that people can drive. You can get in your, you know, car area and drive your home to wherever the next destination may be. That is kind of the point of boondocking. But when you really look at, you know, what boondocking is, the first settlers, the first humans, pioneers were boondocking. They had off-grid living. They had no hookups. They were living out of their wagons or off their backs. So boondocking been around for a long time. The term boondocking is more new because it implies that you drive to the next place, that you have a way to move your home. So now that you have a better understanding about what boondocking is, where to boondock, why, and you know, who created it, well, you're probably asking yourself, how do I do it? Well, that is what this series is about. I'm gonna go over in many videos in depth about how to live in an RV, how to live out of your vehicle, how to live, you know, out of your backpack or your van, where to stay, lots of awesome information about boondocking. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you check out those videos because they're gonna have way more in-depth information about all of it. But yes, I really hope this video taught you something. I hope you have a way better understanding about what boondocking is, where to do it, and all of the above. I hope that it kind of, you know, inspires you and shows you that it's a really cool lifestyle, guys. Seriously, it is super fun to go off grid and to camp wherever you want with all the comforts at home is beautiful. To wake up in a forest with the birds chirping or to go to bed to the sound of absolute silence is something else. So boondocking, I would definitely do more research if you have more questions, or stick around, subscribe. Make sure you check out some of my other videos because there's lots of information there, lots of cool things that I do that, you know, a lot of people would be like, how is he doing these things? How is he getting these shots? And how is he making these videos while off-grid living? Thank you guys for checking this out. I really hope I answered all the questions that you have, but if you have more, leave them in the comments. I would gladly write a whole paragraph explaining and answering whatever questions you have. So thanks, guys. Make sure you subscribe because there's going to be some awesome information. And as always, safe travels, guys. Much love. I'll see you next time.